Welcome to SST College of Arts and Commerce. This is SST Udupedia. Myself, Mithili Gaurishankar, going to teach you Information Technology in Business Management 2 of SYBMS course. We are going to see the topic Supply Chain Management. Introduction. Supply chain management is the control of supply chain as a process from supplier to manufacturer to wholesaler to retailer to customer. It includes movement of product as well as data related to product. Three goals of SCM are reduce inventory, increase speed of transaction with real-time data exchange, increase revenue by satisfying customer demands, efficiency. Supply chain management using the internet to help in delivering goods and service, and value-added activities in an organized, efficient manner so that the products meet customer expectation. Players of supply chain management are manufacturer, company, distributor, supplier, retailer and AMP. SCM is used to coordinate between these players for the success of the organization, reducing the inventory cost and improving profits. What is the objective of it? Maximize the overall value generated is the difference between what the final product is worth to the customer and the effect the supply chains expands in filling the request of the customer. Supply chain profitably is the difference between the revenue generated from the customer and the overall cost across the supply chain. It is total profit to be shared across all supply chain stages. Supply chain success is measured in terms of supply chain profitability and not in terms of the profit at an individual stage. Revenue is from customer positive cash flow. All other cash flow are simply fund exchanges that occur within the supply chain given that different stages have different owners. All follows of information, product or funds generates costs within the supply chain. Supply chain management involves the management of flows between and among stages in a supply chain to maximize total supply chain profitability. So the supply chain flow are product flow, information flow and financial flow. In analyzing logistic, time to market, plan, distribution, procurement, profit management, supply chain management plays a major role. Emerging SCM software architect diagram is this. Edge computing is industrial machinery through robotics, automation and inventory and transport. We are getting the digital signal edge gateway computer to the edge gateway computer. Domain independent infrastructure is convergence, digital twin, extensible data model, artificial intelligence, streaming architecture, control engineering logic, workflow and analytics. Domain specific problem solving application are manufacturing, inventory, transport, warehousing, retail, order management. Business strategy or orchestration or strategy center, control tower. So this is the structure of SCM software. What is the advantage of SCM? It improves the efficiency of the organization, it reduces inventory, it reduces cost, it helps to take competitive advantage over competitors. Decision phases we are having supply chain strategy or design, supply chain planning, supply chain operation. Supply chain strategy have the structure for over the next several years: chain configuration, resource allocation, and process at each stage should perform. In decision include location and capacity of production and warehousing facility, the product to be manufactured or stored at various locations, the method of transportation to be made available along different shipping legs, and the type of information system to be utilized. Supply chain planning under the given configuration decision are made, which has impact on a time frame of quarter to a year. States with a forecasting the coming year or a comparable time frame. Supply chain planning or taking the decision includes which market will be supplied from which location. The subcontracting for manufacturing. The inventory policies to be allowed, and the timing and size of marketing promotions. Other things are companies in the planning phase try to incorporate any flexibility built into the supply chain in the design phase and exploit it to optimize performance. Companies defines a set of operating policies that govern short-term operations. So ESCM architecture having internal operation like the management of organizational processes, a focus on customers, the re-engineering of employees' roles, employee management, and the development of virtual organization. Architecture of inter-organizational operations are creation of a shared vision between organizations, the modeling of operation between organization, and the modeling of processes between organization. Architecture of inter-organizational techniques are integration and network. Now the supply chain trends are warehouse robotics in the supply chain. That is the trend. Automation is already well established in many distribution centers around the world. Now more and more manufacturers are bringing warehouse robotics to market, which offer the ability to introduce automation into operations. When robots can pick conventionally from shelves or floor locations, warehouse operators will be quick to switch from manual to automated distribution centers. Autonomous road transportation. Driverless car trials are going on, and automated tracks have already been a reality in mining industries. Driverless vehicles have already proven themselves, and once all the legal, safety, and social acceptance issues are overcome, they would become commercial reality. The blurred line between logistics and technology services is blending of technology and service provision into a singularity is being to pervade business to business marketplaces, especially those related to logistics service. The race for the last mile, it's the most important part of the supply chain. As retailers become smarter at managing online and omni-channel fulfillment processes, so they will graduate from just getting the goods where they need to go to innovating for efficiency in the last mile. Supply chain trends having the rise of the virtual logistic team also. The concept of remote working and virtual teams has become pervasive across many commercial sectors, enabling companies to access talent globally rather than locally and to cut down on travel expenses and real estate needs. The process view of supply chains are A supply chain is a sequence of processes and flows that take place within and between different stages and combine to fill a customer need for a product. Two ways to view the processes performed in the supply chain are cycle view and a push-pull view. What is cycle view? Define the processes involved and the owner of each process. Processes in a supply chain are divided into a series of cycles. Cycles are performed at the interface between two successive stages of the supply chain. Supply chain processes can be broken down into further 4 process cycles such as customer order cycle, replacement cycle, manufacturing cycle, procurement cycle. This is the design to make you understand the infrastructure required to support the process. So customer is having customer order cycle, retailer having replenishment cycle, distributor having manufacturing cycle, manufacturing having procurement cycle. Finally, it reaches the supplier. This is supply chain process cycles. Till now we have studied about the supply chain management. Hope you have understood. Thank you, students.